well for Matt Dunn. Michael Carl rides, and they've come up with that inside draw.
He was a winner two back, and then I thought he was really brave last start. He carried 63 kilos. He rolls forward. He's going to give himself every chance from barrier one.
And perfect draw also for number 3, Whitewater, trained by David Van Dyke. Michael Hellier takes the ride, and the blinkers come off second up.
Great return. Probably just hit the front a little bit too soon. He tends to switch us off when he gets there too quickly. So back to Doomben is much more desirable. I tell you what, I've never seen a horse come on so quickly in the code in only a matter of 2 weeks.
Well, that's good insight. Number 5, Confusion for the Glenn Thornton stable. Boris Thornton takes the ride. The blinkers go back on and the winkers come off.
Yeah, I don't mind both these horses' returns, particularly last start where the leader got a picnic. This guy was back. He had a mid-prep trial in an open heat, which was really nice. I love the blinkers going back on and looks well in the yard.
Number 6 has met with the most support up until now. That is Madame du Gast for Chris Muntz and Damien Thornton. And the blinkers and tongue tie go on first time.
Yeah, great parade. Nice and relaxed in that tongue tie for the first time. Comes back to the mile. Blinkers going on a key. And I think runs a really nice race today.
7, Spirit of Beans, Barry Baldwin, Georgina Cartwright.
Yeah, he was beaten behind Grinzinger at night last start. That was in a benchmark 65, the Gatton Cup, where we have had one winner, but he's a little bit plain, but looks well.
8, Tavi Lamore, Jack Bruce, Corey Bayliss.
I was trying to get a good look at her because she had plenty of room to improve still condition-wise second up. I thought the run was a bit plain on face value, but the more I looked at it, she just didn't get the pressure. And third up last preparation, very similar formula they're following on the backup. She was devastating to win at Ipswich.
Number 9, Dream Song for Paddy Duff, CJ Graham. She'll take 3 off.
Yeah, just a little hard to have on her most recent, albeit the claim will help.
Number 10, Care Diaz, O'Day Hoisted, Ange Jones. She'll take the 1.5 kilos off. Third up today.
There's a really good sprint home behind Cronenberg. Just found herself that little bit too far back. Parades well, gets in light.
The 11, Spurious, another run for Paddy Duff. Larry Cassidy up.
Yeah, he's a roughie, but he wasn't the worst from back and wide at Kilcoy.
And the 12 rounds us out, Reisinger for Chris Waller and Mark Duplessis carries the lightweight.
Yeah, we were going to get a good gauge on the Esky form earlier in the day, which we did. Esky certainly wasn't disgraced, maybe a touch unlucky. Just has to come back in trip.
Welcome back to Doomben. We're about a minute away from jump time race number 6. Good betting race this. Number 3, Whitewater, has been really heavily backed, $3.50 into $3, and has just nudged Madame de Gast out of that favourite spot for the first time since markets were posted. Madame de Gast $2.90 out to $3.20. So not much between them, 3 Whitewater and 6 Madame de Gast. But I'm going around both of those. I'm 10, 3, 2 and 6. I'm with the 10 Care Diaz on top. Ange Jones, 52.5 kilos. Hopefully enough speed up front to bring the back markers into play late. And Care Diaz will certainly be doing his best work through the line. Number 3, Whitewater, hard to beat on the back of that solid first up run. The 2, Comantic, paraded really well, has barrier 1 racing in good form. And the 6, Madame du Gast, I'm not quite a believer yet, but with those blinkers going on for the first time today, it might be just what she needs. She's a lovely horse to look at, Kian. 10, 3, 2, 6.
Yeah, she's not the easiest horse to ride either. She lays in pretty badly, so it's going to be just to watch with the blinkers and that tongue tie going on for the first time. But I love the Brigantine form. I like the Sunfall, the Hatchet, back to the mole suit. She didn't see out a good 1800 last start. So she's on top for mine over Tavi Lamore. She can really jump out of the ground when the pressure's on. I think she's a pretty classy mare. She's a Tavistock. As we know, they come in all shapes and sizes. And she looks pretty good. She looks a lot better than she did second up, where the map wasn't good for her. There was not enough tempo up front, and she was well off them. I thought Confusion has been racing well and sort of due likes to get here at Doomben. I like the blinkers going back on third up, and then the 3 in Whitewater just hit the front too soon, but has made leaps and bounds in the parade. Actually come on very nicely from that first up run. Might be in for a nice little prep there, Paul. 6.853.
Thank you very much for that, Kian. All right, as we said, close betting race here between the 3 Whitewater and the 6 Madame du Gast. They're going to basically jump equal favourites, I would expect. All right, they're loading up well. Let's head upstairs to Josh Fleming for the call. This is race 6 at Doomben.
Town. St. Ben AM the 3rd, Coconut Sue 1 race number 2, and Give Him Wings and a big finish 1 race number 1. Now Galifianakis about to move in, and that will leave Spirited Bands and Confusion to go forward. And the field nearly right to run. So Confusion for Thornton of the Boris variety about to go forward, and Spirited Beans will complete the lineup. So a field of 11. Whitewater looking like he'll jump a narrow favourite. He just kicked out a bit in the barrier there. Whitewater, drawn gate 4. Red light turned on. Right to run. They stand well. Ready now, and attendant hopping in with 1. I think it is Whitewater. Now we're right, racing at the mile. Whitewater was away fairly. Bungling the kick was Tabula Moore there. We had Kermantic and also Madame Dugast away well. Dream Song now third and fourth the outside. In fact, Spirit of Beans out 4 wide is going forward ahead of Whitewater. Followed there by the Grey Spurious out 3 wide. Further back to Cadius in Confusion. A length and a half to Tabula Moore. Rising is over on the outside and Galifianakis has gone back to the rear. Well, look at Kermantic really fired up, kicked away and led by 3 lengths now. Second, Spirit of Beans and third, the inside Madame Dugast. A length and a half to Whitewater. 3 wide Spurious and Dream Songs on the fence and going for Confusion now. Ahead of Cadius and further back to Reisinger and then coming Tabula Moore and Galifianakis as last of all. So Kermantic in front by 3 parts now. Second, Spirit of Beans, a length and a half away. Third, Madame Dugast and fourth on the outside, Whitewater. So the 2 favourites race together. Then coming Spurious and Dream Song. Confusion 3 wide. Rising is outside Cadius. Galifianakis now second last, passing Tabula Moore. 500 metres left to run. And Kermantic in front. Second is Spirit of Beans and third the inside, making ground as Madame Dugast. Ahead of Whitewater, followed by Confusion. And further back to Reisinger and Spurious out deeper. At the 350 metre marker, Kermantic's in front. And second now is Madame Dugast. Running home as Whitewater. Confusion's being wide and Reisinger sneaking up the inside. Kermantic still in front though. Whitewater's making ground. Look at Reisinger driving up the inside here, making good headway. Out wide, Whitewater. Reisinger the inside. Reisinger going home the better. Reisinger, great ride from Duplessis one. Second, Whitewater, not sure third. Galifianakis, Confusion, Kermantic, followed by Cadius. And then we had Madame Dugast and further back Spirit of Beans. And then Spurious and Tabula Moore and Dream Song at the tail. Oh, Duplessis, what a ride.
Mark Duplessis, take a bow on the roughy Reisinger. Chris Waller trained, that's right, $42 for a Chris Waller trained runner in a benchmark 68 at the midweeks. And Mark Duplessis has taken the shortcuts, got the inside runs and knocked over number 3 Whitewater in the shadows of the post and won quite convincingly. We've got a close photo there for third between Galifianakis and Confusion, numbers 1 and 5. But no doubt about the winner, Reisinger, knocks a few out of the quaddie. Coming back from 2020 to 2200 metre race last start on the wet track to freshened up to the mile and hit the line full of running. Big win, Reisinger, and a lovely ride, Mark Duplessis. 12-3 photo. We'll bring that third number through as soon as it's available, but we do have to get to the yard for the next at Canterbury.